Hi, everyone. As you can see, my colleague here, Collins, has joined us. What we're going to be doing over the course of the next few weeks is to do some of these on a regular basis to cover each and every one of the products that comes out, so that you guys get an idea of how they work, what the features of these products are, and what the benefits are, so that you can actually offer them to others. Now, I've spoken for ages about building lists of people, what industries they're in, whether they're at school, whether they have kids at school, etc. So the object of the exercise really from these discussions is to get an idea as to how you can broach the subject with these people and offer these out. So today what we're going to do, Collins and I, is cover OMail. And Collins, being the software guy, is going to cover off exactly what the features are, and hopefully I can come in with some ideas as to how they work and what sort of industries you can aim them towards. But you can use your imagination here. So come on in, Collins, come and say hello to everybody, and let's get this show on the road.
Hello, Andy. Greeting to everyone. Hope you are all fired up. Today is Andy and Collins. We are here, as humble as we are, just to give you as much information as possible about OMail and what OMail can do for you, both on your personal life and the industry, businesses and a lot of stuff that you can do. So, Andy, take it over from me.
Okay, Colin. So what we're going to do is, as I said, cover OMail today. So what I want you to do, Collins, is just give us some ideas as to what's actually built into OMail. How does it work? What are these special little bits and pieces, the add-ons in there? And what I want to then try and do is to once you've covered a feature that's in there, is kind of related to some of the industries perhaps, and what sort of ideas we've got as to how to offer it to others. So take it away, my friend.
Yes, Andy, let's look at OMail. So what is OMail? I think all of us have been using emailing system, right? We're using Yahoo, Gmail, AOL, Outlook, etc. So let's look at email. So it's not really strange that we've been using. We are all in the internet space. So what is OMail? OMail is a mailing system, But again, they have the Pro and they have the normal mail, which we can use in OMail. So let's look at the features of OMail. So the OMail is built by what? It's built by ONPASSIVE, powered by ONPASSIVE. It's an automated system integrated with other products within ONPASSIVE, driven by AI, everything automated, all done for you. 100% AI driven. That's what we want to say. Now let's look at the features. We have what? Speech to text, text to speech, video mailing, email dashboard. We're talking about read receipt. We're talking about, and again, let's say this, email will be integrated with what? OTracker. That's what we know now. The OMail will be integrated with OTracker.
Okay, so can you go into like the speech to text and text to speech then? How does that work in there?
All right, let's look at speech to text. Means you are saying, you are speaking, and the system will write everything for you. As easy as that. So you don't have to waste time writing. The system write everything as you say in your language. So you speak in French, it writes it in French. Speak in English, it writes it. So there's multilingual translation. That's what I noticed within OMail system.
Okay, now, so what that means for individuals, small companies and companies is basically I can talk to the email. Yeah. So let's put this into an education background. So teachers can actually read off their transcripts from their lectures for the day, or the healthcare industry can read out their prescriptions for customers, or the surgery reports, or the legal can actually legal advisors can use it to do transcripts from the court cases. Financial services could do it, for the meetings that they've had to confirm what's been discussed with customers when they've been in their first meeting. That's phenomenal. So it does it the other way around as well then, yeah?
Yes. So we're talking about now text to speech. Just imagine you are a manager of a corporate industry or whoever you are. You have a long email. They've sent you a long email. Sometimes reading is something that is really difficult. Sometimes people feel tired and lazy. What if you have a system when you can click, they send you an email, say, no, I'm tired of reading this. Click a button and the system will read for me. That is text to speech. You click and the system read everything and you can take action if appropriate.
Okay, so this is also good for let's say teachers have kids that are visually impaired. They'd be able to listen to the email. Or
yes,
visually impaired people. Perfect.
Yeah. Now,
okay, sorry, go on.
Yeah, you go ahead, Andy. You want to say something? Yes, you go ahead.
No, I was thinking the other way around also from the deaf community's point of view. If it's speech, it comes out in text so that they'd be able to read it as well. So it works both ways, but ultimately it's a time saver. This is a massive time saver for most people. We're busy. The first thing you do when you get into the office is you go to your emails and see what's happened the night before. But you've got so many other things to do. What you can just simply do is press listen and you carry on doing something else. Perfect.
Correct. That's really a game changer. Now let's look at video mailing. A game changer. So there are a lot of people who don't really need, they don't want to write, they're tired of writing and stuff. What if you have a system that you can just record what you are saying, in video? Say I have an accident. Sorry to even use that to use that because I don't even want to have an accident. I don't want to die now. But you have something and you really want to show the facial expression of it. Because sometimes, when you speak, people don't really know the gravity of what you are saying. Sometimes when you write, people can misinterpret it. What if I have a system where I can record myself 3-5 minutes and then send it to you? That's also a game changer.
That's so powerful when you're in a sales environment, for instance, and you're trying to explain yourself correctly. Sometimes just by writing the words down is not enough. You're quite right. You need facial expressions in there, hand gestures sometimes, like I do all the time. It's so powerful in front of those that you're trying to communicate with. And also when you think about it from the deaf community, a lot of them are able to lip read. So again, that makes life easier for them sometimes. But it's, think of it from a doctor's point of view, trying to provide a personal instruction and explanations to patients. Educators providing, teachers providing feedback to their students. That's with the being able to see their face makes life so much easier because you get the message across far easier. Correct?
100% true. This is really a very powerful tool, and I'll just lot which will look at it. All right, let's talk about follow-up. So you send a message, an email, and you have an automated system that follow up the email. So you look at large corporation. So you send thousands of emails. You said, okay, maybe Andy will forget to read this email. And I said, set a reminder. Andy, have you done this? Have you done this? Until Andy, does it and then reply to me and said complete. So I can set it for 3 days or 4 days. Follow up this email. Andy, when it comes to businesses, you can explain that better, what it will do for the businesses.
Well, again, you relate it to important appointments with the doctor. the doctor sends you an appointment and you get a follow-up to say, by the way, don't forget your appointment is at such and such a time. So yeah, that's a good one. Financial services are the same. If you've booked another appointment with or second appointment with a customer or a client, what you need to make sure is that he's aware of that. So you send an email to confirm, then you send a follow-up, then you send a follow-up, and it makes sure that you get to talk to him again. Absolutely, that's very powerful.
Yeah. And then look at log folder. You have important documents. Say you are sharing your emails. You know, it's a company email, and you said, all right, I have a secretary. You know, it's there. And I want them not to go to my important folder, important emails that maybe the email, I'm the only one to read and, you know, and take action on that email. I can create a log folder within ONPASSIVE, within OMail, you know. So OMail give you the ability to lock some of the important, you know, emails that you've been received, and you can direct them. Say email coming from Andy goes to that folder, copy it to that folder. So I'm the only one to read that. But Andy will explain what advantage businesses will realize from that.
This is massive as well, because if you think about it, each patient is individual and each person's data is secure. Has to be secure. So if you've got constant correspondence with the doctor, they need to make sure it's in a locked folder with your name on it. So financial services, if you're dealing with a customer, you need to make sure that customer has their own folder. So any correspondence from a compliance point of view has to go into that folder. That's perfect. Legal, again, for a single case, you can put that in. Creative marketing or media. And if they're dealing with one particular project, everything goes into that lockbox. And again, it's so that it can't be spread around with other or mixed up with other projects or creations that they're trying to do. So yeah, absolutely massive.
Yeah. So we look at read receipt, which is a very good feature. How many times have they sent us an email and we said no, we didn't receive it? Oh, I didn't look at it. Oh, this, you started giving excuses. Maybe you've read it and you said, no, I didn't. And you are in a position where hundreds of emails, or maybe, you know, you have lots of emails coming. You are a secretary, and they expect you to acknowledge it, but you didn't say it, and they call you the next time and said, please, did you receive it? You say no, and then they have to resend it again because the person don't know if you receive it or not. So Andy, can you just explain what it would do for the business atmosphere?
Oh, listen, if I relate this to financial services, and I don't wish to be funny here, but at the end of the day, you send a client an email, no, I never got it. But I know you've owned it. And I know you clicked on the link. Oh my God. So again, with anything, with the doctor's appointments, it's like taking pills. You know, they have these new technologies these days for patients to ensure that they're taking their correct medication. And if they're not, a little alarm goes off. So if you relate this to patients and their appointments, has the patient opened that email or not? Yes, he has. Okay. Send the follow-up. Make sure he attends the appointment that's booked for him. The wasted time that we have in any industry when you book an appointment and no one turns up or no one comes to that appointment because they've forgotten. But if you've got follow-up and you've got this tracking system, they've opened it. I know they have. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. And the next one is the dashboard. You know, the dashboard, you know, it's just an analytical dashboard that tells you an overall email that you have, maybe what from your inbox to your delete folder, you know, to maybe your log folder and stuff. You know, it's just self-explanatory. So on one glance, you can see everything, your activity, email activity, going out and coming in. So Andy, do you want to explain what the dashboard will do for the industry?
Again, it simplifies everything because it puts things in the place that you want to find it. It's nice and simple. I don't know about you, but with some of the other email systems that I've used in the past, trying to find anything is a nightmare, first of all. But if you work with a company that uses Outlook and your computer has a failure, everything on that Outlook's gone. right? This is it's held on the cloud under encrypted services on our cloud, on our database, so it cannot go anywhere. But it's if it's laid out in a simplistic manner, again, it's simply a time saver, guys. This is easy and simple, and hey, away we go.
Yeah, and that's really beautiful. And now we're coming with OMail Pro. That's what our CEO told us. And it will be more of business. It will be the pay part of OMail. The first one we've discussed is free. It's unlimited. Let's remember, unlimited upload and download. And you can upload on every format. So, Andy, do you want to explain what the unlimited upload and download will do for businesses?
Just give me again, excuse my stupidity, but upload and download. You mean file attachment sizes?
File attachment, yeah.
Okay, good. That's fine. Just so that we're clear. Listen, I don't know about you, but I've had thousands of photos on iCloud, and I got this message saying iCloud photos was being shut down. I'm thinking, how the hell do I get everything onto my email? You can't, because you can only send a few emails at a time with each photo. And if you've got thousands of photos, it's an impossibility. But let's put this into a business perspective. If you've got a sizable file that needs to go through, when we write a bit of business in financial services, there are 20 different files that are connected to it. Yeah, and sometimes you have to send 2 or 3 emails because of the sizes of the files that we've got, which is a pain. Let's put it bluntly, it is a pain. So if you're able to send everything in one go, it makes life so much easier. But again, think of it from a legal perspective. If you've got a transcript for a court case and somebody has asked for the entire transcript, how many emails would you have to send? You've got thousands of pages of transcript. So, yeah. But the other thing is the encryption side of it. Now, one of the biggest issues that we've had in financial services is certainly I can't send emails with statements to customers, because at the end of the day, it can be hacked and the data might not be safe. But if you've got a system that's encrypted and you can send any size file through, you can send the file through that they can then simply open. We don't have to send another one with a password and another one to link to that password and all of that. It's all in one send.
Wonderful. So let's just look at what OMail will do. Can you compare it? Because we said we are not in any competition with anyone. Our CEO have said it time and again that we are not here to put anybody down. We are here, we are not competing, because we are doing our own thing. Unpassive is a league on its own, doing something different, things that have never been done before. Now, OMail Pro, we're talking about OMail Pro coming very, very shortly, powered by AI, integrated with Tracker, where you can analyze all the emails, you can see the trend. What would that do for the marketing service and all finance? Andy, can you just tell us what OMail Pro will do?
Wow. Okay. So normally what you have to do is that a company has to have its own servers, its own, which it has to pay for, obviously. And then you've got to do an add-on. You've got to add on the email service. So every additional advisor that you add, or every additional person, becomes an additional cost. Okay. So if you've got your own server, the amount of information that has to be stored on that server for every single person that you have in your company becomes an exorbitant cost. Now think about this for one moment. We're using ONPASSIVE's data centers. So we have unlimited storage. So we could have 1,000 members of staff, each with an email through OMail. It's not an add-on, it links direct to your website, which, by the way, we will be able to look after through ONPASSIVE anyway, but then it becomes not an add-on, it's part of the service. So all of that cost is gone. It's integrated within the website so that everything is there and together. And again, you've got total encryption. So every single company has its own details, its own email services, its own file sharing and everything else. But then there are other products that will be coming out that will actually give them additional benefits on top. You know, OPIA, being able to communicate and send files through like you do on WhatsApp, if you like, but it's all part of a single sign-on. So I just think, oh, hold on a second, I need to speak to Tony, who's in Australia. Yeah, it's 2 a.m. Let's wake him up. Like they do for you, Collins.
Yeah.
But awesome, absolutely awesome. So we have unlimited storage as well, which is just, you know, there's no need to have to pay for anything else. No need to have to pay for iCloud storage or anything like that. It doesn't matter how much you've got, how many photos you've got, how many files you've got. It's all free. It's all part of the service.
Yes, I just like what you said. And it is all free. You know, most of the other company will charge you for what we've just said, but it is all free. Yes, the OMA Pro will be a paid because more is for businesses, you know, but OMA with all what we have said here is 100% free. So the only thing we can say is if you need it, take a look. Take a look. You can scan, you know, we have the scanner here, the QR code, scan it, take your chance, move in as quick as possible and start to use OMail for free. And you will be amazed what you will see within the ONPASSIVE ecosystem. O-Tracker, everything is integrated with a single sign-on. You know, we just want to say that it is all free. So please don't delay. So Andy, do you have anything?
One thing? Yeah, absolutely. One more thing that for me is so important. No spam. How does that work, Collins?
Wow. We have no spam folder. Thank God that you remind me about this. The reason why we don't have spam folder because AI is taking care of all the spam. So when you have an email, right, coming in, you have the right for you to say I accept it or reject it. And if you reject the email, it will never come again except you go tell the person resend it, I will accept it. So you have that ability to decide which email you want to receive and which email you don't want to receive. And there is one more thing I want to add. That's why we don't have spam folder. So AI kick all the spam out. If you don't accept it, you will never see it again. You have to accept it. You know, when we talk about our contact list, you know, Andy, you explain this when it comes to financial and business term. Every email you accept, what happens? It goes straight to your contact. Sometimes you want to search, you see a lot of rubbish email coming. You never ever accept that email as contact. With all mail, you have to physically add them to your contact. So when you do partial or full search, you see all the email that you physically add them. So what will happen to businesses where you want to search and Andy, but the moment you put AN, you see a lot of email, maybe from businesses, those who are spam email that you've accepted because they are all in your inbox. They are just there. And it takes time for you to filter to the right email you want to send your email to. So how would that work in the financial service? Will it save time or not? And you know, I've been thinking about this. Your contacts, you have to add it yourself. Then when you make your personal shares, you will see all of this. So what will happen in the business world, Andy? I can't hear you, Andy. You are muted.
Hi, Collins. Yes, sorry. It's a good one. At the end of the day, no one likes spam, and like you say, we have to work our way through. Now, I've got several email addresses and what have you, particularly with Gmail, and every morning I must bin at least 50 emails. They come through. I keep, you know, unsubscribe. I don't want to have to do that. I just don't want to receive them. But from a company perspective, just think about this, or any person really that doesn't want to get spam, that just wants their email come in, go, yep, this is important to me, I'll take this one. well, no one likes spam, and it's constant. And the more it comes in, the more it increases. It's just a nightmare. Okay, so guys, we've covered OMail today. Thank you for joining us. What we're going to do is we'll do another product. I'll let you know a day. Collins and I will research for you and then cover each and every product one by one. So if there's any particular product you'd like or any questions you'd like to raise about what we've discussed today, please just let us know and we'll try and cover them. We do a Heroes webinar on a Sunday. So again, come and join us this Sunday. It's 2 o'clock Eastern time, 7 p.m. UK time. The details will be in the back office. If you're a registered affiliate with ONPASSIVE, but not part of the back office, just let us know. Send us a message. We'll make sure that you get the link so that you can join us and learn with us. Thanks ever so much for coming, everybody. And please like and subscribe both of our channels. We help you, you help us. Collins.
Yes, Andy, you just nailed it. So just want to thank everyone. If you enjoy it, join us again for another product explanation. We are here to serve you. We are just servants. But if you enjoy it, please share it with a lot of founders and, affiliate, because this is really good information coming here. We are looking both on the product level and the financial benefit of each product. Please share it wide and please subscribe to our channels. That's the only thing we can do to serve you as much as possible. Join us again. Thank you very much.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. As I said, we'll see you very soon and let you know the next one. So thanks for joining us. Bye.